Hello everyone. We have been discussing history of English literature for the benefit of students, those who are preparing for UGC, JRF, NET and state eligibility test of different states. And at the same time, students, those who are preparing for entrance tests for their PG admissions as well as research common entrance test. So for the benefit of them, we have been discussing history of English literature. Today, we are going to discuss one of the major important literary period of English literature is the Age of Sensibility. The Age of Sensibility has started 1745 and ended with 1785. You know what it is? This age is also called Age of Sensibility because reason, sensible views and original genius controlled the literature of this time. It is also called Age of Johnson after the name of Dr. Samuel Johnson, who dominated this period. This age started after the Pope's death and ended with the first edition of lyrical ballads in 1798. So that is the historical dates which we are going to discuss, the Age of Sensibility. So what are the factors? What are the factors influence of the writers to produce literature? So there are important factors. The first factor is John Watt invented steam engine in 1769. In 1733, John Kay invented flying shuttle. In 1764, Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny. So all these three contributed the Industrial Revolution. So this particular factor influenced the literature. So with the influence of Industrial Revolution, many number of industrial towns appeared in England. And here we know that there was a revolution even in agricultural production also. The British founded empires in India 1757 and at the same time it lost its American colony in 1776. So that is also another important factor. We have another important factor is French Revolution, as we know how historical it is. In 1789, the revolution started and continued till 1799. So Voltaire, Jean-Jacques Rousseau taught individualism and inspired revolution for more freedom and equality. During the reign of Louis XVI of France, there were several social inequalities among the people. The king and the nobility were enjoying all the good things of the country, and the common people were deprived for their due shares. The law of the country was not equal for all classes of the people. The existing social injustice promoted the great revolution known as French Revolution in 1789. What was the slogan of this French Revolution? The slogan of French Revolution is liberty, equality and fraternity. The king along with the queen was overthrown by the common people. This revolution had tremendous effect on the life and the literature of the people of England. So this is the French Revolution is having a lot of impact on the people and the writers of this particular period. We discussed about Johnson. In 1764, Dr. Johnson founded his famous literary club known as Johnson's Literary Club. The members were Brooke, Pitt, Fox, Gibbon, Goldsmith or few other great pioneers of the time. They are all members of Johnson's Literary Club. We know the development of industry and commerce, the rise of political parties, and the democracy created problems and change the social infrastructure ensued. At the same time, literature, middle class grow and the range of reading public is also widened. So these are all factors, these are all social, these are all political, these are all economical factors influence the writers to produce literature. So major writers of this period is known as, and their major works. Richardson is also one of the major writers from this period, as we discussed about Richardson even previous period also. At the same time, popular novelist Henry Fielding is also from this period. You know, the Dr. Samuel Johnson, popular person for his dictionary. And another important work of Johnson is Preface to Shakespeare is also published in this period. Thomas Gay, Oliver Goldsmith, Edwin Drood, Edward Gibbon, they're all important writers of this particular period. So, what are the literary features they have brought from this period is, we know, previous period we discussed about restoration. The spirit of restoration dies away. The age marked gradual change, poetic taste and technique. Heroic couplet and blank works decline, and the ballad and the relic revive. And at the same time, intellectual prose writing also flourished in this period. So we discussed about novel. The novel takes definite shape and rises to the dominance the literary scene. Poetry shifts focus from intensity social issues to melancholy, isolation and reflection. Features of romanticism flourished in the next age come into view in this particular period only. At the same time, literary criticism has found a solid ground in this age. So these are all literary features from the age of this particular period we have discussed. Thank you.